So now we saw this right table, then we saw matrix, then we saw all these things. R and Py we'll see later. This I showed you. Then there is something called as a decomposition tree, right? So this is again a kind of an AI kind of an visual. So wherein it gives you a better picture if I show you certain things, right? So if, for example, maybe I'll add a category, analyze my total sales, right? The total sales, and it will give you something like this. So furniture, all these things, then I can add here if in case needed. Right now, if I add here, right? This is a country kind of a structure, so we can do lot of things on this. So I can here wise, and also I can add category. So this is a kind of a structure it gives, right? In the end, you can see how this particular visual is. So you are seeing the total sales by year wise. Again, under year wise, you can able to see three different categories. Right, all these things is possible in this particular visualization, which will give you a good output for you in the long run. So you see 2014, 2015. So all these things, yeah, it is possible, right, in this visualization, as you can see, which is the reason because this is a kind of a visualization where you can show lot of I value pictures, something like this. So what is your total volume? So then let's say total volume is differentiated between the teams, and each team is how much they are contributing, or if there are total errors and how the errors are distributed, right? These kind of information can be developed here. Okay, so this is what the output of this. Okay, so this is a kind of a visual we can build in order to get the expected output. So whatever you wanted, right? This specific chart will help to create that. That is the main motto of this chart. So you can create at uh, individual category level, so, and see how these categories are formed. All these things you can able to understand, and you will get an good output as in a nutshell. So this is good visualization techniques you can follow. Also, right, is the formatting option again. You see lot of formatting options you have. Conditional formatting, if my total sales is greater than this much, you see the kind of chart we prepared, right? I mean, the kind of color coding it does. All these things are pretty high in nature. You can see lot of things. That is the most important thing. I mean, most important factor in this particular chart. Okay, so this is used commonly. We can use commonly this one. So wherever we wanted, whatever the information we wanted to show, we can probably use this, and it will give you the output accordingly. And also you can do a lot of things, headers, category labels, control the labels, values, how you want to show the values, all these things, right? This is something easily achievable here. And more in terms of like you can have a tree, how you want the tree dense means it will be congested. You can also have a default tree which you are seeing. Okay, that is also you can able to do it, and you will also able to do something kind of like what is this sparse, which is the spacious one. So if you click in eye filter or highlighter collapse, how you wanted, you can have it some certain things like that. So you see it differs, right? You can see all this value, all these things you can probably do it here. That is the more important thing. So connectors, how you want the connectors to be? You want the round connectors or the default connectors? How you want the connectors? Again, that is also possible here. You see, this is the round one. So if I say default, it will kind of differentiate. If you keep round, it kinds of differentiate in a different format. So you can see the round one here. And also right unselected line should be in gray color. You can keep or however you wanted to keep. You can probably keep that way also. That also works. Right, and also right on tree analysis part, you enable AI splits. You can have absolute or relative. There not be any much difference, but there is an option to do it. Yeah, these are all the things you can see. Uh, yeah, these are all the points that are available here, and you can probably use these informations to navigate between one thing to the other one. So that is more important to understand for you in a short term as well, to how to do this, how to change this. Okay. So then you have something. Yeah, these are all the something I wanted to share on this particular visual. You can try it out and let me know once you're done with this. We can go to the other one. Once you added right, you have to click on this plus symbol here. You see this plus symbol, right? You have to use that so that it expands. Click here, yeah. You see now? So it getting expanded. You got it? How to do it? Yeah. You got it, right? So you're doing it year wise. You can add some categories and all these things, right? So that is how it is. As in when you do this, right, it kind of gives you an option to give you an overlay of output like this, right? This is more important on this part. This decomposition. The next comes the Q&A, which is more likely asking questions and answers about the data. Whatever data you have, right? The system automatically creates the Q&A. So you see, this is something like system generated one. It is saying total sales, cities profit, how you wanted. All these things it automatically creates. You see, right? So this is something created automatically by the system itself. Right? In New York City, Los Angeles, Seattle, Francisco, and all these things, you can see how the outputs are getting generated. Right? This is more commonly there in Q&A. Q&A is like questions and answers. So system automatically creates the questions and answers accordingly. So that is what this function does. So eventually this will help you to get the output in a very quiet manner, and also it will enable the end user, right? It will enable the end user to see what is needed and what not is, right? What kind of question they can able to see from that, what kind of an output they can able to generate. That is more important, right? So these kind of information they can able to easily assess. So that is more importance, and more it's more needed to understand the things in a very easiest way, right? That is what is called as uh, Q&A. So again, you have in this, you have a format option, how you want it, whether you want suggestions or not, restatement, question field, how the question field should be. All these things you can have it, right? That is what this function does. Question and answer functions does. Okay. Then we are moving to the next one. This is narrative. So narrative is kind of an option wherein what happens, right? You will able to understand, or you will get to know what are all the things it system can narrate for you. System automatically narrates it in a way that, right, before that you can probably create one kind of a narrative. That narrative is a summary. So we can have some more visuals, right? If you have a lot of visuals, so for example, year wise or the sales, something if you have it is like this, right? You can create it. Uh, Now if you come on narrative, it kind of auto creates. It creates you see, at this a kind of a narration, how the narration works, right? A kind of a summary. It creates a summary for you to understand how the things are. So that is the usage of this particular option, that is summary. Uh, That is more important to understand how this works, right? This is which is more needed to know how the things work. Okay, so this is on the narration perspective, smart narrating. Okay, so prepare these two now. Decomposition you done. So prepare Q&A and smart narrative. Then we will move on to the next visualization.
Hey, ZaranTech now offers SAP corporate training? That's right. Train your workforce in SAP with our comprehensive program. We offer customized courses, certified trainers, and hands-on labs for both individuals and businesses. Our standout features? Bespoke training, fully configured servers for practice, in-house materials, and a dedicated LMS. Plus, get session recordings and 24/7 support. From functional to technical modules, we have got it all. Choose ZaranTech for SAP training and watch your team excel. Learn, upskill, succeed with ZaranTech.
Why is none of this working?
Yeah, none of that work. So you do not need to do that because this is kind of an Q&A. Okay, so system itself creates the questions based on the reports that are there. So that this is there because user will able to see what is needed and what not is needed. So they can able to get use of the things. That is why this Q&A is there.
Okay. Not getting it, eh?
You can now take, you're not able to add any other things. You can just click on whatever is there, you will get it.
Basically, I just have to click on the suggestion it brought out.
Yeah, it will brought out the suggestions and all these things. Yeah, exactly.
So I cannot add my own category or subcategory or
Yeah,
values.
you do not need to add anything. So it will just creates you the output, right? It just to give you an output based on whatever there in that particular data.
Now it is showing me what if I wanted average sales and average profit or profit percent.
Type it there, type it. No, so show me. Just type average sales. It will give you the
Okay, okay, okay,
okay.
okay.
So that is how this is. That is how this is actually built. Right. Yeah. Right, and you can use smart narrative for in order to use smart narrative. Right, you probably need to have 2 to 3 visualization prepared.
Hmm,
Create 2 to 3 visualization, then use smart narrative.
okay,
Click outside, click somewhere outside, or click escape button. Then only you will see rest of the things. Create some visualization.
okay. So how do I?
Use custom, yeah. It will come. It will see. It gives you some kind of an information.
Okay,
You can keep on adding. You can keep on adding other visuals. So then you can try narrate smart narrative.
So what if I want to see the total transaction and not just the average sale?
Then drag and drop that. Take up the total sales and drag and drop. And
Because the narrative is still showing average profits.
that is something like system generated. We can't do anything. Okay, so whatever system generates, that only we will able to do it, right? So we will not able to do any other things apart from that.
Mm.
You can format it. You can use a format color with different things.
So basically what I'm formatting are the order visualization tables that I put in, not the one for the narrative.
Yeah, that's fine. So for visualization table, if you try doing this way, right? I mean, try doing this small narrative thing, kind of things that itself is good, right? So you will be able to get a good amount of output from there. That is that is still a good option, right? So you can do whatever you wanted there itself. So I think uh, with this information, so whatever we saw, and the scorecard is not majorly used. Scorecard, then this one scorecard, right? This paginated report. Then these things are on a different Microsoft product. Okay, so scorecard is one of the visualization you can keep it, but that is not majorly used. Okay, then you have a paginated report. Again, that is a different tool. Power Apps, different tool. Power Automate, again, it's a different tool. Okay, these are all different tools from the Microsoft products. Okay, and this too, right? This visualization slicer and card, which we have already saw there.
Mm.
This slicer and this card. So it's kind of an updated version. That's it. Nothing
Okay.
much on this as well. Okay. So that this brings to a conclusion of the visualization for us. So go with this. One also ArcGIS map. ArcGIS map, it's nothing, right? It does not have anything. It's a different a tool and the software altogether. So we do not need to worry on that. We will see what is R and Python in a different class. Okay. Now, in the previous sessions, or when we have started the session, right? We saw in Power BI there are three different models. One is Power BI desktop, then Power BI mobile, then we have something called as Power BI service, right? Power BI service, what is it? It's kind of an online tool which will help us to which will help us to go through that in detail or to share with someone. All kind of things we can able to do there. With that, let's go here, see what we are going to see. What is Power BI service, right? So as you can see, right, a cloud-based, uh, business analytics and data visualization service that enables anyone to visualize and analyze the data with greater speed, efficiency, and understanding. It connects to broad data range, all these things. It is added to HTML5 standard, it has a robust support, all this there. Right now, what is Power BI service? Let's go here. Then you have something called as this one. You just log into that version app, right? This is what is called as Power BI service. So you can also try. So just to copy this, the moment you open, right, you will kind of get this output. This is what the Power BI service home page look like. The main option of this is Power BI service is to share the reports with someone. That is the major use case of this. Okay. Now let's understand more deeply. Okay, on why this is important. What are all the things that are there in under Power BI service? We can probably see that also. Now let's go to the module. So it says there are seven, right? So the data sets for Power BI service. So what are the data sets that Power BI service provides? So uploaded Excel. So we can upload the Excel file or any linked Excel file or anything. So data available in your organization content or data from online services, data from Azure SQL. All these things you can load it. So the data sets for Power BI service. Then what are the main feature, right? So it has main feature of navigation pan. We have something called as canvas, then Q&A, then icon buttons, dashboard, Power BI home labeled icons. All these things are there. So under this particular concept, okay, under Power BI service, there are two main concepts. One is workspace and another one is my workspace. Okay, so workspace will allow you, okay, will allow you to share it with someone and work on it. You can share that with any of your teammates, any of your colleagues, to whomsoever you feel you wanted to share, you can share it. That is called as workspace. Okay. Then there is another thing, okay, that is called as my workspace, which is like your local drive. Whatever you save, that will be saved only on your local drive and no one else able to see it. Understood? That is called as my workspace. Okay, so that is what we were seeing, right? So there is two types of workspace, my workspace and app workspace. Nothing much on that. So in this, you will see my workspace. You will be able to see what are all the workspace that are there, how you wanted, all these things you can usually do it. Okay, so get data, store, analyze and train, prepare, visualize, all these things. This is the task flow. So how the task will be, how the what is the content here, right? How the task actually flows. All these things you can do here. That is what this particular visual talks about, right? Which is more, which will be more helpful in order to get your output in a different format. Okay, so that is more needed. So get data. Okay, so this is right app workspace and my workspace. Under my workspace, you have lot of things. Under app workspace, you have lot of things. And these two things will contribute in a different manner. If you have workspace, that is kind of a common workspace within the team or where within the organization you can have it. Then there is something of the concept called my workspace. My workspace is like your personal drive. So you can save whatever report you have built. For example, if you have built some report in this, okay, you can publish it. The moment you click on publish, it will go to the Power BI service. So it is asking, right, where I wanted to paste it. I can say my please paste it in my workspace. These kind of things I can do it. Once I click on my workspace, and if I come here, it will I can easily see what has happened. Yeah, that is one point, right? So that is these are all the something you can able to easily understand. What is this? How things are working? All these things you can able to easily identify here. So that is what this particular option does. So we need to understand this again, right? Yeah. So that is under the my workspace one data. Then Power BI report is one of the main features of Power BI service. So in Power BI service, visualizations are called as visuals, or maybe they can be termed it as canvas. If they say visualization or canvas, both are same only. So you do not worry much on that. Okay. Then in service, Power BI service, you can build dashboard. Okay. So dashboard is kind of a single page visualization which has all the information. Whereas reports are something like you will have multiple pages. For example, if I go here, we go to my workspace. Uh, okay. So this is called as a dashboard. So dashboard, what it has one page like this. It has one page consists of all the information. So this is like drag and drop. You can drag and drop whatever you want. You can do. Okay, that is called as one visualization. What is report? Reports are something like you will have multiple pages. You see, I have multiple pages here. That is called as reports. Dashboard is something you will have only one page. Reports are something like you will have multiple pages. So in Power BI, there are three types. One is Power BI desktop, and one is Power BI mobile app, and another one is Power BI service. So far, right, we were working on something called as Power BI desktop, like visualization building, doing some kind of writing the DAX functions, all these things, right? We were doing it in that particular function or in that particular report that is called as Power BI desktop. Now, what we are seeing is Power BI service, which is like a web based application. Okay, so why this Power BI service is needed, right? Whatever you create under Power BI desktop, right? Whatever you create under desktop, that needs to be shared with someone else. In order to share that, you need Power BI service. Okay, so that is the use of Power BI service actually. So under Power BI service again, you have different concept. One is workspace, another one is called as my workspace. Okay, so one is called as Power BI, workspace. Another one is called as uh, my workspace. In that workspace, you will have different concepts. In my workspace, you will have different concepts. Okay, so that is what it is first. And the another concept, right, which is called as reports and dashboard. So reports are kind of like you will have only uh, more than one pages are called as reports. You might have one page or two page, or you kind of have 3 or 4 pages also. That is called as reports. Then you have something called as a dashboard, where in dashboard you will have only one page, only one single item in dashboard. Okay. So you will not have multiple pages there. You will just have only one pages. That is called as a dashboard. Okay. So in that, this is what we were seeing so far. Different concept, different things, right? Which will easily help us to understand the things.